Hi, everybody. This is episode 4, season 7. Episode 4, season 7. Speakeasy Does It. Of Legends of Tomorrow. Anyway, I've watched it twice now. I had to be extra clear. I thought Eddie died. I like Eddie. Eddie's the nice African American gentleman that helps the Legends out in this one. I really hope he comes back. I like him. Good people should always have good things happen, even if they're fictional. Yeah. Um. Anyway, when I remembered Eddie dying, it was like that changed the whole episode. It's funny how one little thing can change the episode. But he doesn't die. I mean, they throw that big party, and everything turns out just fine. And he lets Dumzari know that she is where she's meant to be. And not to rely so much on material things. That pitchers only do so much. I mean, he was that wise, you know? Um, there was a small thing that kind of bothered me a little bit. We'll get back to how this was a good episode for Dumzari. But the small thing that bothered me a little bit, just a little bit, was that Ava and Sarah are the number one concern of the FBI in the Legends of Tomorrow universe in that time period, second only to Al Capone. Now, that bothers me because what about Bugsy Siegel or the real Bonnie and Clyde or, yeah, Lucky Luciano? They could have picked so many other things, but no. That bothered me just a little bit. Not enough where it was like, oh my goodness, this wrecks the whole show. It was like, come on, Sarah, unless there is major changes, and yeah, I'm right about the Timequake thing from yeah, from from other videos, but I doubt that very much because I don't know. It feels like the Legends of Tomorrow aren't paying attention to their own continuity outside of maybe little things like Hoover getting tied up and okay, we need Hoover in this episode by Dumzari and being like we're gonna have Smart Zari operate on him. Next episode, so we have to make that happen. Which is a shame because in the very beginning of this show, it felt like they were setting up for a long haul. Long period of time. Versus now, it's like we could get canceled any minute. And you should never set up a good character like that, you know? Um, yeah. I mean, Hoover finds them. Where where was Elliot Ness? He and we've established he exists in the Legends of Tomorrow universe because of the previous 1930s episode. He's a big figure too. I mean, it was cool to see them just beating butt, but at the same time, that doesn't that doesn't that doesn't bode well for the future after um, Armageddon on the Flash, or like in the Legends of Tomorrow's next 2 seasons. Yeah. Do you do you my audience think that that was really Gideon's voice? I mean, if if it was, that was lovely. She's a lovely singer, but there's a little trick they use in Hollywood that they used on a, a favorite film of mine that's a guilty pleasure. So bad it's good. Josie and the Pussycats, where Josie in the movie, they have one lady for the speaking roles and another for the when she's singing as the Pussycats. Um, could they say that Gideon somehow ties in with the other previous Gideon in in the prior seasons. Absolutely, I'd love to see her be a more active character, but I still don't feel it's gonna lead to anything. I mean, they're not gonna give her a boyfriend. They're not gonna say, yeah, or even reference Skeets in any way. I mean, I'd love to see her and Skeets end up together. Wouldn't that be cool, Mom? Skeets and Gideon. But when Gideon goes back to being a ship, you don't. They could just say, "Oh, I already have a boyfriend" or some shit like that. They could say, "Oh, I already have a boyfriend," and it turn out that it's Skeets. Yeah, I'd love to see that happen, but I doubt they're going to because they don't do anything non-predictable. I mean, I'll talk more about this, but think about what was her name? Nia and Brainy. Brainy is still a man, even though Nia, the actress that played her, was she used to be a woman. I mean, it used to be a man in her in the actress's life. They didn't make it a woman and a man alien. A woman and a man alien. They just said, let's do the most predictable thing and give the already. They just haven't surprised me lately. If they end up surprising me, I'll let you know. I mean, like I said, appreciate that Rip was in the what I think was the 100th episode because that's probably all we're gonna get. Even though I really want Rip to appear in this Armageddon thing, I doubt that. I doubt that they're gonna even use the same rules and say, "Oh, you could cause a time quake simply by meeting yourself." That's what the original rule was in the show. That you could cause a time quake simply by meeting yourself, and you didn't want to be in the same place at the same time as yourself. But now it's like they're just smearing everything on the canvas and seeing what sticks. You know? I mean, I like the Elvis episode, don't get me wrong, but ignoring actual history, they could make this show educational and make it so people actually learn something by watching this. One can dream. One can dream.
Then wouldn't it be like Sliders?
Yeah, but people like sliders.
Yeah, I know. I know. I'm not saying, but if they did, Sliders was a good show.
Sliders was a good show. I like Sliders. Y'all want me to talk more about Sliders? Say yes. Say yes. Please. After I'm done with this string of videos, I'll talk about other fun things. But, yeah. Um, who would be the professor if it was Sliders? I mean, I get they both had professors, but their professor was slightly smarter than the Legends professor, don't you think, Mom?
Who would you put as professor?
I don't know, but Sarah's definitely Quinn. Quinn's the main guy. That was definitely Quinn. And Nate is the no, Nate is Remy. Remy's the one guy that stuck it out the whole time, and they end up killing off in the end of the show. Sliders ended on a cliffhanger, yeah. Which I hope they don't do to Legends of Tomorrow. That would suck. G4 either is back or is coming back. Yeah. I mean, yeah. So you have that to look forward to. There's a lot of stuff to look forward to in the world according to Bob. I mean, they're bringing back X-Men. That's gonna be great. I don't think that Legends of Tomorrow will be able to drag away viewers from Disney Plus to see their show versus not the old 90s X-Men they're bringing back. I mean, they haven't even done Supernova. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I think that Supernova would be great to do. Yeah, I'm Bob, and that's all I got to say. Now time to see if any of that, if Supernova shows up in the next one, Rip Hunter, any of that. Yeah. Bob out.